Welcome. Come closer. Step into the unknown with me. Tonight we delve into the shadows of the human mind, exploring the depths where light rarely reaches. I'm your host, not just a presenter, but a fellow traveler on this journey into the heart of darkness. Together we will navigate the murky waters of our psyche. Man of thoughts, they call this exploration, a quest to understand the intricate workings of our minds, and think we shall about the unsettling, the uncomfortable truths about human behavior. We will confront the fears and anxieties that lurk in the corners of our consciousness. We like to believe we are rational creatures, but are we? Or are we merely puppets, our strings pulled by unseen forces? Or do we dance to the tune of unseen forces, driven by primal instincts we barely understand? These instincts, buried deep within us, often dictate our actions. Our minds, complex labyrinths, hold secrets dark and compelling. Each twist and turn reveals a new mystery, a new challenge to our understanding. Together, let's unlock those secrets. Shine a light on the unsettling psychology facts that govern our actions. Often without our conscious awareness, we will uncover the hidden mechanisms that drive us. Fasten your seatbelts, dear viewers. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Prepare yourselves for a journey into the unknown, where every revelation brings us closer to understanding the true nature of our minds. Our first stop, a blast from the past, 1961, Yale University, a place known for its academic rigor and intellectual pursuits. Imagine this. You're a participant in a learning experiment. You've been told it's about understanding the effects of punishment on learning. Your task: administer electric shocks to another person when they answer incorrectly. The setup seems straightforward, almost routine. The shocks, they get stronger with each mistake. Each turn of the dial increases the voltage, making the shocks more intense. Screams erupt from the other room. The person you're shocking is in visible distress, their cries echoing in your ears. You want to stop, but the man in the lab coat, the authority figure, insists. The experiment requires you to continue. What would you do? The pressure mounts as you grapple with your conscience. Most people, when asked, claim they'd defy the orders. They believe they would stand up to authority and refuse to cause harm. Reality, however, paints a grimmer picture. The situation is more complex and the influence of authority more profound than we might think. The Milgram Experiment revealed a chilling truth. 65% of participants, ordinary people like you and me, continued to administer shocks, even when they believed they were inflicting lethal pain. The findings were shocking and unsettling. Authority, it seems, holds a terrifying power over us. It can compel us to act against our own moral beliefs, pushing us to the brink of our ethical boundaries. Let's move on to a bustling city street. A woman lies injured on the sidewalk. People pass by, glancing at her, but no one stops to help. Why? This, my friends, is the chilling reality of the bystander effect. The more bystanders present, the less likely any individual is to intervene. Responsibility gets diffused, diluted among the crowd. Someone else will help, we think. It's not my problem. Apathy takes root and a chilling indifference to suffering prevails. Think about it. Have ever witnessed an incident and hesitated to act, assuming someone else would take charge? Unsettling, isn't it? Now let's step into the digital age, the echo chambers of the internet. We love to believe we're open-minded, but are we truly? Confirmation bias, a sneaky little beast, lurks within us all. We seek out information that confirms our existing beliefs, while conveniently ignoring evidence that contradicts our cherished views. This selective exposure creates a distorted reality, reinforcing our biases and making us resistant to change. Think about your own online behavior. Do you gravitate towards news sources and opinions that align with your worldview? Of course you do. We all do. It's human nature, albeit a rather frustrating one. Cognitive dissonance, the mental gymnastics we perform to justify our actions and beliefs. It's that inner conflict that arises when we hold two or more contradictory ideas, values, or beliefs at the same time. We strive for consistency in our thoughts and behaviors, seeking harmony between what we believe and how we act. But what happens when they clash? When our actions don't align with our values, or when our beliefs contradict each other, it creates a mental tug-of-war. When we hold two conflicting beliefs, or when our actions contradict our values, it creates an uncomfortable tension. This tension is not just a minor inconvenience, it can be deeply unsettling and challenging to navigate. To alleviate this dissonance, we employ a range of mental acrobatics. We rationalize our behavior, coming up with reasons that make our actions seem acceptable. We minimize the importance of conflicting evidence, often dismissing or ignoring information that doesn't fit our narrative, or even change our beliefs altogether, adapting them to better align with our actions and reduce the discomfort. Think of the smoker who knows the health risks but continues to light up. They might justify their actions with excuses like, "I'll quit tomorrow," or "it helps me relax." These justifications help them cope with the dissonance between their knowledge and their behavior. Or consider someone who cheats on a diet, telling themselves one piece of cake won't hurt, even though it contradicts their goal of healthy eating. We're all masters of self-deception when it comes to protecting our egos. This mental tug-of-war is a universal experience, shaping our decisions and actions in profound ways. Section 6. The Dunning-Kruger Effect, the Illusion of Superiority. And finally, we arrive at the Dunning-Kruger Effect, a phenomenon as hilarious as it is disheartening. In essence, it states that incompetent people tend to overestimate their own abilities. They lack the self-awareness to recognize their own shortcomings, leading to an inflated sense of confidence. We've all encountered these individuals, the know-it-alls who spout misinformation with unwavering certainty. They're blissfully unaware of their own ignorance, trapped in a cycle of confident incompetence. The truly skilled, on the other hand, often underestimate their abilities. They're aware of how much they don't know, which can lead to imposter syndrome. Irony, thy name is Dunning-Kruger. Section 7. The dark side of human nature. So what have we learned from our little foray into the depths of human psychology? We've seen how easily we can be manipulated by authority, how readily we succumb to apathy, and how desperately we cling to our biases. These dark psychology facts paint a rather bleak picture of human nature, but before you despair, remember this. Knowledge is power. By understanding these tendencies, we can start to recognize them in ourselves and others. We can challenge our own biases, question authority, and strive to be more empathetic and engaged citizens. It's an uphill battle, to be sure, but one worth fighting. Section 8. The importance of critical thinking. In this age of information overload, critical thinking has never been more crucial. We're bombarded with messages, opinions, and propaganda from all sides. It's easy to get swept up in the tide, to accept information at face value without questioning its validity. But we must resist this urge. We must cultivate a healthy skepticism, a willingness to question everything and think for ourselves. Examine the evidence, consider different perspectives, and don't be afraid to challenge your own beliefs. Section 9. Conclusion. A world of hidden motives. As we conclude our journey into the shadowy recesses of the human mind, one thing is clear: we are complex creatures, capable of both great good and great evil. Our actions are often driven by unconscious biases, hidden motivations, and a desire to protect our fragile egos. But awareness is the first step towards change. By shining a light on these dark psychology facts, we can start to understand the forces that shape our behavior and strive to become more conscious, compassionate individuals. Until next time, keep those minds open and those questions coming. The truth, as they say, is out there.